Gary here. I'm back in the desert exploring the San Rafael swell in my Jeep, this time to check out what looks like an old pioneer cabin I found on Google Earth. There's no trail, and it's 20 miles of bushwhacking through narrow canyons, winding rivers, and desert mesas to find this old settlement that's not on any maps. I ford the San Rafael River just to get to the drop-in point, but that's not all. I find absolutely ancient petroglyphs along the way. These are nothing like I've ever seen before. Sun's going down, so we gotta hurry. We're gonna go check out a cabin I found on Google Earth. It's about 20 miles round trip, off trail, all cross country travel on foot once we park. First, we gotta drive about 30 miles down some Jeep trails and cross the San Rafael River. All right, guys, let's go do it. All right, guys, we're at the crossing, and it looks deep. And definitely flowing. So this can get to be about 4 to 5 feet deep, but this is also not the crossing that I saw online. The crossing I saw online, is that the tree? Could have sworn there's a big tree right next to it. On one side that you could winch to. There is nothing to winch to on the far side of the river there. And if I get swamped, I am done for. This is definitely pretty swift. This might be a first thing in the morning kind of deal, because if I get swamped right now, it is going to be a cold, wet night. I can ford about 3 feet of water before the intake is at risk of sucking in water. I wonder if I should man up and walk across this. It's gonna be cold. Yeah, it's not warm. Okay. Oh, dang. Just right there off the side, that's easily 2 feet. It's gonna be deeper out there and swifter. Yeah, it's not slow. Dang. I gotta walk across this to figure out if I can drive it. Oh, you know, oh, shoot. Look at this. So a beaver chewed down these trees here. I bet those are the trees I saw online when I was looking into this, when I was looking at this route. Ooh, look at the cool clouds. Worst case scenario, I camp here. I passed a few good campsites on the way in. I really did. Wow. There have been some busy beavers here. Look at the size of that. That tree is alive too. Has fresh growth on it still. We got chewed down by a very large beaver in the past couple days. Oh, it's gonna be cold and the sun's going down. Oh, that is swift. Daisy, I'll be right back, don't worry. I'm coming to you, pup. I'm coming to you, it's okay. Whew, that's refreshing. All right, so I crossed the river. It's a little over, I'd say it's about 2.5 feet. 2 to 2.5 feet. The bottom's kind of gravelly, actually, not too silty. So if you stay where you're supposed to drive, it probably is doable for me, actually. This might be a crossing for first thing in the morning because it's getting dark. And I want to get a fire going, and I'm wet, and I'm not wearing pants, and I'm cold. And Daisy is drinking the nasty water. I'm gonna put on some pants, and we're gonna set up camp and cross this thing in the morning. We're losing light. Sun just went down. Found 2 good campsites. There's one right over there and one up a little ways. Take a look at both of them. All right, guys, we found a campsite. Has a nice little fire pit and everything. We're probably about 6 feet in elevation above the top of the river right now. We're in a flood plain. It's not a slot canyon. And the key difference is that if it floods here, it's not going to be a 10-foot wall of water like it is in a slot canyon. In slot canyons, you hear a rumble, 5 seconds later, there's a 10-foot wall of water. You can't do anything about it. Out here, if it floods, realistically what would happen if there was a horrific flood is it would overflow the riverbanks. It would start to creep up. It might get a little muddy and wet where I am right now. And I'm close enough to the road out of here. I can be at a high point and with no risk of flooding in about 15-20 seconds of driving. There's just no camping up there. And this is a beautiful spot. People have camped here. I'm gonna be a little nervous all night. I hope I actually, get a good night's rest because I need it, because tomorrow is gonna be an intense day. But I'm in 4 low. I'm pointing the direction I need to be. Worst case scenario, I hop in the driver's seat and drive through a couple inches of water to get out of here. Sleeping with the windows down. So glad I brought my hand warmer. Whew, it's cold. Whew, it's not frost on everything, but there's definitely frost on things. And it is humid. The storm cleared out yesterday afternoon, and there's still a lot of moisture in here from all the rain that fell. Whew. Oh, good morning. Good morning. Turn on both walkers for this. Okay, 4 low, locked. Neither of us are wearing seatbelts. Both of us have our windows down. Guys, we're gonna hit the trail here. We have 4.5 liters of water. There should be some water out there in the water pockets because it rained a few days ago. It rained yesterday, actually. Hopefully I won't need anything else I brought. I could spend the night out there if I had to, but it'll be very cold. Time to get going. Let's do it. So right now I think we're on an old mining road. This would actually be kind of fun to drive down. It's too bad it's closed. And probably cut like 5 miles off the hike. Whatever, Daisy and I are getting in shape. Or like I'm getting in shape and Daisy is encouraging me. I'm hiking 20 miles today. Daisy's probably doing 30 or 40. This is where the old mining road officially ends. And it's kind of cool. This used to be a campsite you could drive to. A little fire pit. And check out this canyon over here. So much water. This is gorgeous, guys. And I'm excited to see all that water. It means I probably won't need the full 4.5 liters I brought, but no, because Daisy will be drinking out of the creek inevitably, even if I offer her clean water. But I can drink out of the creek too if I need to. I have a life straw with me. Oh wow, look at that. Okay, we gotta figure out how to get down this thing. Hard to tell just how steep things are when you're on Google Earth, you know? This is not gonna be fun climbing back up at the end of the day, that's for sure. How on earth are we gonna get down this? Right there by that bush. Okay. Okay, pup. Gotcha. Alright, we're gonna see if we can go that way. Don't know what that is. I guess that's a way down. Look at all that. Be careful here. Go first, Daisy. You can't step on that at once, it's gonna slide. This looks almost like a cattle trail. I think we found a way down. Looks like a cattle trail. Alright, it's gonna be me first and then I gotta lower Daisy. Daisy's totally just gonna jump down this. Going down this is making me realize something. It's making me realize a few things. One, I do not want to go up that in the dark. I do have a headlamp, I can do it if I have to, but that's that's not gonna be fun. Two, if one of us gets hurt, going up that is gonna be an endeavor. So we gotta be careful out here. We're gonna go this way, pup. Down this way, Daisy. Here, I got you. Okay. Look at these. Look at that. It's got a weird sandstone concretion. We did it. I went down the cliff and into the canyon. Probably good to have her on leash anyway, not just to protect the wildlife, but to save her legs because she doesn't know how far we're hiking today, and I do. at that, it's actually flowing. Looks like a horse trail down there, or cattle. We're going this way though. Come on, pup. We really have great weather for this right now. Perfect weather. It's like in the 50s out, but no shade with how hot it gets. And well, how hot it feels. All the sand and the rocks reflect and radiate heat back up at you. Ah, quiet. All I hear is my tinnitus. This canyon is beautiful. Look at the flood debris in that. That's like a couple feet above the floodplain. So you can tell it really floods here. Oh, and I should have brought sandals. All right, guys, we're getting our feet wet. This is gorgeous. This reminds me of Coyote Gulch. This is a great hike. And I would love to go backpacking here sometime. There's flowing water everywhere. That's gotta be temporary. It's gotta be just from the storm we had. If you're gonna come out here, if you figure out where this is, I would not rely on there being water there unless it just rained like it did for me. Beavers, man. All right, guys, we're climbing back up out of the wash here. Took me a minute to find the route up. I didn't have any GPS signal down in that canyon. We went down that point over there. Look at those rocks over there. That is so cool. Looks almost like the wave. We're higher up than where we started. Guess that's why they call it the swell. This is hard. There is definitely no route here, but we're pretty much where we're supposed to be. These rocks are sharp. I feel sorry for Daisy and her little paws. I put Musher's secret on her paws earlier. It only does so much. Just about on this plateau up here. And that's where most of the mileage is. We're on the mesa, or plateau, whatever you want to call it. We're basically gonna hike across some open desert like this. And if we have time, we're gonna loop back through a canyon, or a series of canyons that I'm pretty sure I saw some ruins in. Definitely some caves. If we make it to the cabin by 2 o'clock, we'll do it. We might be getting rain. It's like east. Okay, good to know. Check out this, guys. This is an old fence from, well, it was built without a sawmill, without a lumber mill. Just stacked logs and stuff. How cool is that? That is really cool. We've been following an old cattle trail for a while. And I think it's safe to say it's a cattle trail because I keep seeing, well, I don't see a lot of them, but I've been seeing old cow pies here and there. Getting close. I think we got about a mile, maybe a mile and a half to the cabin. We're making good time. Now that we're out in open desert and not climbing around a canyon. There's a lizard. Check it out, I see a cave. I don't know if you can see that rock formation straight ahead, kind of on the left. This mesa is kind of leveling out into some desert prairie. Definitely makes for easier walking, but I would not want to be out here if it was a warm day. There is no shade.
You gonna chill here for a minute in the shade, Pat?
We're gonna chill in the shade for a minute. There's no more cattle trail at this point. We're just going cross country and trying not to get stuck by cacti. All right, we're just walking in a wash now. All right guys, slight problem. The wash kind of dead ends with that wall. So we're gonna see if we can find a way to climb out of here. Oh, there we go. Okay. So we just climbed out of. I could have sworn I just heard a gunshot. There should not be, there's no hunting out here. There's no target shooting, not near any roads. That's really weird. Could have been rockfall. That said an awful lot like a pistol. That's a gun. That is a gun. Not sure to think about that. We're about 8 miles from the nearest road. Should be straight ahead over there. I haven't heard a gunshot in probably about 5-10 minutes now. I don't know what to think about that. I heard 3 of them. They were not like back to back though. They're probably about 15 seconds apart each. 3 gunshots is a distress signal. Someone might be in trouble out here. But it was not like boom, boom, boom. They were spread out, so I don't know. There's only 2 reasons to fire a gun out here. One is you're shooting at something that's attacking you, like a mountain lion. Or 2, you're trying to signal for help. We're gonna stop at the cabin, get some water, and see if we can find where those gunshots came from. If you ever hear 3 gunshots in a row, boom, 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 like that. It doesn't have to be like rapid fire, but definitely like in a row. That means someone needs help. If they're spread out like that, I mean, whenever they're shooting that, well, they didn't hit it the first 2 times at least. Guys, we're getting somewhere. Check this out.
Old fence. 100-something-year-old fence here. What a cool place to have a homestead. Oh, I see the cabin. Looks like there's 2 of them. Look at that view. You can see this. Still see snow in the mountains.
We're probably like 7,000 feet up here. Come on, Daisy. So this whole area then, oh, so they used this canyon to corral their cattle and their horses. That makes sense.
Frontier life, guys.
You guys saw how hard it was to get here, right? That's crazy. People lived out here. They built a cabin, they built fences. I mean, this is a homestead. This is like an old cowboy homestead.
Look at that. Looks like there's a second one there. There's a stable right there for their horses. You guys hear that? That's another gunshot. Look at that. All handmade. Ooh. The kangaroo rats have been living in here, that's for sure. Check out this cool old stove. Is that an air mattress? But somebody... What the... People used to camp in here. Apparently. That is all hand-hewn lumber, too. That is so cool. So much work went into building this cabin. But it's on stilts to keep the rodents out, but I don't know how well that works anymore. I'd say they found their way inside. That looks like an old plow. No way, were they farming out here? The soil is sand. All right, Daisy, you wanna check out the next one? Let's get you some water. We're gonna check out the stables now. There are so many little animals running around here. It's kind of crazy how much life there is in the desert. Man, look at that view. This is so cool. Oh, an old axe head. Very old axe head. Back there. Man, that's cool. Okay, this looks recent, like somebody reinforced it. Well, guys, here we are at a mysterious homestead in the middle of the desert on the San Rafael swell. This is so cool. This is such a cool place to homestead, guys. Seriously. Those are some tough people. They were some seriously tough people. You know, I know in old Norwegian buildings, putting them on stilts like that is a traditional way to keep rodents out of their grain houses. I kind of wonder, though, if this is like because of the snow in the wintertime, and the mud. Keep it up and away from the mud and the rain and the snow. I don't know. Maybe it's a little bit of both. I still don't know what to think about those gunshots, guys. Those last 2 shots I heard, well, it was 2, not 3. We're gonna take a different canyon back. I looked around a little bit out there. I didn't see anything. Got plenty of time. We're gonna head up the canyon. Check out those, see if there's any ruins in there, any petroglyphs. I wanna know what they did for water out here. There's gotta be like a well or something that they dug. Cause there's no, I mean, you guys saw how much water was in that creek down in the canyon, and there, I don't see any water up here. There's gotta be a well or a spring I haven't seen. We're gonna cut around the bend here and head into this canyon and get away from the Scary man with a gun. There is such a nice breeze. Oh, this weather is glorious, guys. It is so nice out. This has turned into an awesome weekend, an awesome adventure. So I'm camping for 6 out of 8 consecutive days. It's not bad. 2 days of work mixed in so I don't get fired. And we also kind of escaped some nasty weather. It would have been kind of brutal to be out here. There is some weather. Check it out, we found water. There's more. This looks kind of gross. I don't think we're gonna drink it. I see something on the cliffs. We gotta check this out. Look at this. They're really old and kind of eroded, but those are pretty impressive petroglyphs. Let's see what we have here. These look almost like goats or sheep. Bighorn sheep, maybe. Don't know what that is. Up there, some more animals. Let's get a better look over at this side. Looks like more bighorn sheep. Maybe, oh, it could be pronghorn. I bet that's pronghorn. Person with some antennas, apparently. Don't know what to think about that. This is so cool. This is so old, too. Look how old it is. The lichen is growing inside the petroglyphs. And it's been growing for so long, it just blends in with the rest of it. Why do I feel like that's some sort of insect that's going to sting me? These could be anywhere from like 800 to like 2,000 years old. Or older, actually. I mean, that's about the time frame for the Ancestral Pueblo people, but arguably people have been here longer than that, so who knows? It was like ancient, it's like something out of Tomb Raider. Whew, gotta get these rocks out of my shoes. There's even a ponderosa out here. Those are trees I see in like the high Sierra and like the high Uintas and the high up in the Rockies. I'm not expecting to see that out here. That's cool. Kind of gives me a better idea of the climate. It's a cool little cave in here you could sleep in. That'd be really cool camping, actually. Found another panel. And there's soot under that overhang. Interesting. Not supposed to touch. It's so tempting. These are really old too. Look at this. Oh, how cool is that? Look at all the soot. People totally had fires in here. Okay, Daisy and I are trying to make our way down to this wash down here in the bottom of this canyon. Kind of tricky to get to. We're a little bit ledged up. We're not going down that. Okay, I think we found a way down. We're gonna go down this little draw right here. Okay. You having fun, pup? Man, I'm ready to sit down, but you gotta see this view. Look at this. How cool is that view? Seriously. I've been seeing debris piles like 12 feet off the ground. That's how deep the water gets in this when it floods. It all terminates right here at like 1,000-foot waterfall. When this thing floods, that makes a huge waterfall. Oh, that would be so cool to see. All right, guys, we're getting up to what I thought might be ruins. We're gonna find out there's definitely 2 caves. Looks like it connects to the other cave. Let's check out the other cave. What do you think, guys? Ruins or recent? That might be recent. Someone totally stacked rocks along the edge here. It might all be recent, but you know what? If you look at the edge of the rock there, and right there, it's kind of black. So it's either black from like minerals and lichen, or it's black from soot from very, very old fires. That'd be an awesome place to camp. I'm thirsty. All right, let's see. Let's check the map. See where we are. And GPS is not working. Might have to wing it. That right now, no way we're supposed to be up on top of that. Sometimes things look way safer on Google Maps and Google Earth than they do in person. This is sketchy, guys. A lot of loose rock up here. Loose sandstone, steep, big drop behind us. God, there's so many rocks that are ready to tumble off this cliff. It's terrifying. You really gotta be careful where you step. I didn't film me climbing up the ledge above the caves. That's exactly what I did. Daisy was pretty nervous because it's about a 5-foot ledge with a little tiny ledge. It's 5 feet up. I had to lift her up and put her up there and then climb up after her. And I didn't want to be distracted by the camera, so I just set it down and didn't film. Oh, we're almost on the mesa. Come on. Oh, okay. We might be 3 miles from the car still. Okay. That canyon added about 2 hours onto the hike back. Not just because of the mileage, but because of how rough it is and the route finding involved. Okay. Oh. It's pretty out there. Oh, it'd be nice to have a big cup of that snow right now. Okay, pup, we're gonna get you some water. Daisy and I just had a little 15-minute power nap there. And got hydrated, put on some more sunscreen. Not sure if I really need it. I mean, look at these clouds. We're on the mesa. We're gonna make our way back down to that wash we first crossed, and then climb back up. And we might be going kind of slow. We're both kind of in get mode right now. I got a bunch of silt and pebbles and stuff in my shoes from that first crossing. And I shook out as much as I could, but I couldn't get it at all. My feet are just shredded. And Daisy's doing better than I am. She's a trooper. Surprised her paws aren't hurting her, but all right, we're doing good. We'll be back at the car in probably about 2 hours. We're almost back up out of the canyon. We're done with the sketchiest part. Man, this is sketchy. We basically just found a way up that. That's a class 3 to 4 scramble, guys. And I had to pick up Daisy and hoist her over some ledges.
a few times. Okay, we came in over that way. Oh. Oh. Woo! Yeah! Still got a little ways to go. We're camped up on that mesa up there. We're not camped, we're parked in that mesa up there. We're 19 miles into a 20-mile hike. We can do this. We got it. We did it! 5:55. We're out there for 9 hours, guys. 9 hours, 20 miles, 2 cabins, a corral, petroglyphs, caves. That was awesome, guys. I'm exhausted, so is Daisy. We are ready. I'm gonna put on some sandals, gonna eat a sandwich. We're gonna drive back to Salt Lake. But don't worry, got more adventures planned. Hit like and subscribe. See you guys next time. Whew, it's windy up here.